Welcome to the Husker247 podcast. This is the practice report for Tuesday, August 16th. That's 11 days until Nebraska plays Northwestern in Dublin, Ireland. Michael Bruntz will be on the scene for us. We'll have all the content, but we're leading up to that. And today we had access. Eric Chinander was among those who spoke, Nebraska's defensive coordinator. Seems like he's feeling pretty good about where his defense is tracking. But what was your read on it, Bruns, as sort of where they sit as this thing gets pretty close?
Yeah, I would describe him as almost cheery
Hmm.
during today's availability. And, I think it makes sense. This is a guy, and he said today that they've got 5 or 6 guys on the back end in that secondary that could play right now. If they, release the depth chart today, they would have 3 oars at their nickel spot. They have a lot of depth in a lot of places on that defense, and they've done a pretty nice job, I think, over the years of stockpiling talent. There's obviously the question mark about what the defensive line can be this year, but they feel good about a lot of the other spots on that defense. The other big question, of course, the black shirts potentially handed out right before they get on the plane to go to Dublin or right after they get to Ireland. So something to look forward to over the next week here is the black shirts being awarded. We also had some special teams availability today. I think you were over there for some Bill Bush and a little bit of Tim Duncan talk. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, we got some Tim Duncan. I guess Tim Duncan came up in like their first meeting they ever had because Bill Bush was saying we're going to be all about the fundamentals. Of course, those who follow the NBA or did in that time frame know that Tim Duncan was the big fundamental, sort of did all the little things right. And I think the point sort of that Bush is trying to instill in all those guys is the little things aren't little things. It's all, I mean, it's the difference between winning and losing. And it's really not hard to convince guys of that after what they went through last season. A big part of that, of course, is do you feel good about your kicker and punter? Bleekrode, the kicker, Buschini, the punter. They haven't officially named that, but come on, that's what it's going to be. And those guys have supposedly been pretty consistent throughout camp. Bush likes how even when they've had a miss hit, which I guess have been rare, they're pretty good about just putting that behind them, and then they hit one right the next time. But it's kind of interesting. He takes them through everything. Like he was having them catch footballs, with the sunlight in their eyes, kind of factoring that could be, something early in that game in Dublin, which kicks off at 5:30 that time. He's had them catch balls where it can get caught in the lights, his return men, to sort of deal with that. So Bill Bush is really putting his special teams guys through every little thing you can think of in case it pops up. So I think that's what Husker fans want to hear. Now, of course, they want to see it, and we will all see it soon. But before that, we're going to have a lot more stuff on the website at Husker247.com. I'll tell you what, walking out of the stadium today, Bruntz, heard the marching band practicing. It was hoodie weather here, in Lincoln. It just felt like it's time. So come to Husker 24/7 for all the latest.